Welcome to the StockMiner.com studios. I'm your StockMiner, Brian Johnson. About to enter a new week of trading, and I am in Phoenix, Arizona, in a hotel room doing my videos today. I have instructed my family to be as quiet as possible, but if you hear sneezing and coughing in the background, you guys will know what's going on. Anyway, I'm going to get these videos done, try to get them done a little early. There was a gentleman that took the mentoring course, and he lives down here in Phoenix, so I'm going to hook up with him and his family for brunch. It's one thing about the mentoring course that I really enjoy is I not only get a chance to work with people on their trading, but I also get a chance to meet people. And when you spend 20, 30 plus hours with them, it's really hard not to establish some sort of a good working relationship with them. So I'm always excited to go to the different parts of the United States and meet these people when we happen to be in the area. It's really cool. So I'm looking forward to it. All right, so let's break into the video itself. Coming into the new week, you can see what we did all of last week. And this sideways motion is always, until proven otherwise, neutral to bullish in this case. Why? Because we've been moving up as such. Look how we move up, a little bit of sideways. Move up, a little bit of sideways. Up. Now we had this little pullback. Looked like this might have been the one that might take us back into this area, but nope. Bulls came in and absolutely bought the market. And now here we are again, consolidating sideways. So we can't be anything but neutral to bullish coming into the new week. You have to remain there. Here are your levels. Put in some new lines. Might want to mark those in your charts. For those of you that have stock charts, by the way, I do post just my daily charts, not the charts for my subscribers, but the charts for the daily viewers. I do post those as public. So if you go to stock charts and look at the public charts, you can find my charts in there if you want to look them over. And if you get a chance, please vote for them. Move me up the ranks a little bit. I was just told this by a watcher the other day that this stuff was available. So this is kind of cool. I'd love to move up the ranks a little bit over there and see if I can help some more people out with their charting. Moving on to the daily here. You can take a really quick look and see that, look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All of last week was what? Sideways. We opened the week, came down to here, and from the close of Monday to the close of Friday, we went nowhere. It's consolidation. Which way will it resolve? This one back here resolved downwards. This one here resolved downwards. Not near as long as what we saw here, but I don't know. I certainly I never rely on what just happened to necessarily give me my direction. You've always got to wait for the break. Okay, so still above this 10,900, still below this 10. Really make it below the 20-day moving average before you look to take any kind of a short here in the market. Make this market prove it to you. Make it prove it to you. NASDAQ on a 60 doing the same thing. This top line is all we need for a break to the upside, and I think that's more bullishness. Look at what we've seen so far. Just a huge run up in the NASDAQ as everybody's buying up the tech stocks. Netflix, Apple, Baidu, a lot of those are starting to climb back up again. You can say it's because of the POMO. You can say, I don't care what you say. The point is they're up. And so if you're bearish on the market, you're getting destroyed right now. Doesn't matter why they're up. They're up. That's all that matters. And here you can see that all we're looking for is a break of this blue line here, anything above that 2020 mark, and I think we do head upwards a little bit more. Still looking at this overhead area right here. Will we stop there? Will we stop just before there as people front run it? Will we break through it to kind of fool people? It's anybody's guess. Point is, this is the next line in the sand for me on any break up and over this area. But from what we've seen right now, look, the bulls have driven this thing up. Now it's sideways, so got to remain neutral to bullish. NASDAQ on a weekly, same thing. This is a possible reversal candle if you want to look at that as a harami, whatever. It is, for me, just a whatever. Anything back below about 19, I don't know, 75-ish or so, okay, then maybe we got something to talk about. But the NASDAQ is one that has just been so very strong lately. SPX on a 60-minute, here's the overhead area I want you guys to be watching on. Any break to the upside, up and over 1150, still not a bad place to be looking to maybe get long on. But right up into this 1157 that's about where that's going to be by the time we get there. So 1157 to 1160, look for that overhead resistance. Any break of that area, and it's off to the races, I think, for the bulls again. And then 1170, 1175 would be that next overhead area. This here, just a high base. High bases are overall bullish, so we'll see if this breaks upwards. If it does, Yep, still not a bad trade to take it up and over 1150. Below 1125 would be the first place I'd really start to look for your short opportunities. From a weekly perspective here, yes, put in a little doji here, but that means nothing right now. This could just continue straight upwards, 1170, and then 1200 on the horizon. That's amazing, 1200. What a run. What a run by the bulls these last few weeks. VIX on a daily, we've talked about this. Watch for breaks of this blue line one way or the other, and ultimately closes of this blue line one way or the other. We've been able to tag it here, but not been able to get in and out of it. So watch that very closely right now. There is no fear in the markets. Nobody's panicking. Nobody's heading for the windows quite yet. So we can talk about bearish action because it makes for good conversation around the coffee table. Truth is, there's nothing here showing me that the markets are bearish. So keep your bias more neutral to bullish until this proves otherwise. Wait for it. Wait for it. There you go. Okay, so anywhere below 20, I think we're really back into the more complacency area. That's a 2.5 point move there on the VIX. More likely means more upside to the markets. Any break of this 20 area, I'd be very surprised if we didn't see breaks of those upper resistance areas we saw in all the other three indices. Apple on a 60-minute, you can see what it's doing, tracking down right to this blue line here, holding very nicely. Now I drew this blue line above us. You see kind of a very large symmetrical triangle. Yeah, breaks of this, absolutely possible. Want to look for something below 280. That'd be the place to get more cautious. And breaks to the upside. Watch above this blue line and ultimately above the 50-period moving average. Back above 290, I think, makes for another decent long opportunity in Apple, as you can see. Huge run up. And we've had 5 days back. It pulled back all of last week, but whoop-de-doo, it didn't pull back hardly at all. It moved back a total of about 12, 13 points after a bajillion-dollar run up. From a weekly perspective, we'll start to talk about this towards Thursday, Friday, but you can see here holding very nicely up and over that overhead resistance area that we were looking for on the break, which was around 280-ish. So as long as it holds there, like I said, I think we're doing well. That's why I'm telling you to look for breaks below that 280, 275-ish area. FAS, look at this. This actually works out very nicely. It's just sideways consolidation. For those of you that have been trying to play this, you may have gotten your hand chopped off lately. And if you have, this is why. It's just there's no movement here. So we're still looking for breaks above 22 and below 21.25 for trades. Same thing here on the daily. 21.25 I think is what I said on the 60-minute. Let it break below the 50-day, which is 21.22. Somewhere below that or $21 is a good trade to the short side. I still like it above 22 on FAS. FAZ on a 60-minute. Same thing, obviously. Consolidation, so breaks are 1340 and probably below 1280. Where's that? Yeah, let's let it get above 1340 and then below, 1280 works very well. Any breaks out and below 1225 are definitely a more conservative trade. You have to wait a little while for it to get down there almost a buck, but it's a fantastic trade, I think, short if it gets back below 1225. Those are your areas to watch. All we're seeing right here is consolidation, not only in the markets, but in the financials as well as the markets start to digest. I think we're coming into a week of very heavy economic data, so we'll see if that doesn't make a difference in which way the markets go. I will be back with you again late tomorrow night. I'll be flying in tomorrow and getting in about 5 o'clock my time. That is 5 Mountain Time, so 7 Eastern Time. I will be doing a video, but it probably won't be released until about, I'd say 8 or 9 o'clock Eastern Time. So, but I will be back tomorrow night for sure. See you then.